everyone, my name is Savannah, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at all 5 new animals that are coming with the new Oceania pack releasing for Planet Zoo. If you're watching this video right when it goes live, the pack will be releasing tomorrow, September 19th. And thank you, as always, to Frontier for allowing me early access so I could get in, take a look, and show off this wonderful DLC pack for you all. If you've missed it, I did already release a scenery overview. You can kind of peek at the scenery laid out way back there in the background, so don't forget to check that out. In this video, we are just looking at the animals, starting off with our spectacled flying fox. Now, these guys are obviously the exhibit animal and the walkthrough exhibit. They fly around quite fast, so let me just click on one and then go to the camera and we'll be able to see them a little bit closer. You, of course, are not facing the sun, so let's go over to you so we can see you facing the sun with a big ol' yawn there. These guys do look great. I'm gonna pause it so we can take a look. They do look great. I have mentioned that I'm a little sad about another fox because I really wanted birds, another bat, excuse me, because I did really want birds, but these guys really do look great. They really are beautiful animals and a really cool addition to the game. I love the fuzziness on their bodies. Oh my god, that's a scary look. Let's not get that close. The fuzziness on their bodies, really, really cool. Frontier just knocks it out of the park with the detail on these animals. They are absolutely gorgeous. So you can see them all flying around. Oh, and then he's gonna hang. So we've got a bunch of them in here. They have kind of all the same enrichment stuff as the other bat has, the Egyptian fruit bat. So you can see fruit hangers. We have a little water dish. We've got some things for them to hold on to as far as ropes and stuff like that. And then all the climbing stuff, same as the other bat exhibit. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say about these guys because they're pretty much just exactly the same as the Egyptian fruit bat, but cool nonetheless. Moving on to something, in my opinion, a little more exciting. Oh my gosh, look how tiny they are. There's so many in here, but they like take up no space at all. This is the little blue penguin. We obviously have some chonky little fuzzy babies in here, as well as some color morphs. So let me not get ahead of myself. Let's take a look at the regular little blue penguins to start with. How good do these guys look? They're so tiny. And if we click on them, you can see they do actually have some different colors as far as variations to them. This one is blue back and white belly feathers. I think this one might be the same. No, this one is cyan back and white belly feathers. And then I do believe there's a dark blue, which might be this guy right here. Let's see. Yeah, dark blue back and white belly feathers. So you can see he's a bit like deeper blue than the other guys. You can really tell this one apart comparative to, where the heck did they go? These two look very, very similar, but still slight variation. So really cool to see because obviously we love a little bit of variation in our exhibits. And then we have, why are you in the grass? Here, you're not in the grass. We can see you a little bit better. Here we have the piebald version of the little blue penguin. I'll let it play and they can walk around. So white speckly feathers all throughout, or what this would be is basically some white feathers, you know, dispersed through the entire back there. This guy has a little bit more white on the back of his head than this one. So I really do like that even amongst the piebald version, we do get some variance. You can tell this one has a lot more white feathers on the back of the head, and this guy really is more kind of just Dalmatian-y and spotted all over the place. Whoa, goodness gracious, camera. So really, really cute. I love the piebald version. And then we also have the leucistic penguin, which is going to be this guy right here. Look at them waddle and move around. They're so cute. So yeah, we have leucistic penguin here. Oh, big stretch and yawn, flapping those little flippers. So really cool to see that we got some different variation in the little blue penguin guys. We have babies around here somewhere. Here we are. And then we have the chunky, if I don't go into the ground, pause. Chunky, brown, fuzzy little things. How adorable are those guys? Ah, they're so cute. It's so good. Oh, I love them so much. If you guys know me, you know I'm a little biased because I do work professionally as an aviculturist and I do work with penguins. So I am a little biased when it comes to being so excited about the penguins being added in the game. But nonetheless, I do think that they are a fantastic animal. I threw a couple enrichment items down, or maybe I just threw one down. We can take a look at that real quick. Go to habitat, click on the species, and go to, these guys are just called little penguins in the list here, not little blue penguins, so little penguin. And you can see that they have just a couple. Most of the stuff is in the water. Unfortunately, the exhibit that I made is not obviously big enough for them to deep dive and swim around. But, oh, are you gonna play with this? Are we gonna get to see it? Or did you already? Are you gonna play with the little disco ball? You're thinking about it? Or is that gonna be the animation? You're just gonna sit there and stare at it? I was hoping that we were gonna be able to catch this. I'm gonna wait just a couple more seconds here. Nope, never mind. He completely changed his mind. He does not want to play with that disco ball. So there you go. That's our little blue penguin. We have the little sign right here. You can see the education sign. Look at how, oh my God, look how little they are. Like when you look at them from here, they look like little fleas running around in the exhibit. They're so little. They do use the burrow as well, the burrow enrichment item. They'll go down in there as well. And before moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at their Zoopedia. We have this beautiful little picture here, little information on the little blue penguin. Natural habitat is going to be New Zealand and the southern side of Australia. We have their environment or their habitat needs right here. Do not need a lot of space, which is fantastic. I think this might be one of the animals that needs the littlest space in the game, which is just great. Little bit of water here. They do need some deep water to go in and swim. And then space requirement is right there. Species data 6 to 500. These guys can be in huge groups. They are monogamous, so they are going to pick mates and stay with one another. Guests can enter their habitat, and they are neutral around guests. A little bit more information if you wanted to read that, pause it there. And then going to interspecies enrichment, they don't have any, so they're going to be an animal that enjoys living on their own, just as penguins. Moving on, let's take a look at the Tasmanian devil here. We have the sign right up front showing off those little ears and their little face with little fangs sticking through. And we do have a baby one running around right here. These guys don't have any color morphs. They do come in just this black and white color, but the first thing I want to show off is look at how they sleep like little pancakes. They just kind of flatten out here on the ground with all four of their limbs just like splayed out. I think it's the funniest thing when I first saw them lay down. I think it's so cute. Actually, is this a difference between male and female? That one's a male. That one's a female. That one's a female. So that actually might be a little bit of a difference here. This male only has like a little white dot, and these ones have like a white stripe. Is that actually something in the wild that they have? Let me see if I can find, no. So that's just a variation in the game there. So let me see if that one actually has a different black fur with white markings. Black fur with white markings. So there is a little bit of a variance in these guys as well. That's really cool to see. It's super, super subtle, but really, oh my goodness. Talk about getting distracted. Look at the size comparative to this foot. That is so little. It's so tiny. Oh my gosh. It's so little. I mean, these are little animals anyway, but like, look at the baby. Look at it right there next to that shoe. It's so tiny comparative to the keeper's foot. Like, look at this. That's insane. I'm gonna take a picture just because I think it's so cool to see this perspective of like the little tiny baby next to the foot. adorable. Absolutely adorable. Tasmanian devil. Let's take a look at the Zoopedia there for these guys. If we go over here and we take a look, we've got some information about them listed as endangered. If we go to their natural habitat, you can see that obviously they live in Tasmania. Here's their space requirements, 200 square meters for one, and then it goes up from there. They don't need any other requirements other than just space, and they really don't need a strong or a tall fence there to keep them in. Species data 1 to 5 groups, up to 4 females and 4 males. Bachelor groups are the same. They do have a promiscuous mating system. They're confident with humans, but guests cannot enter their exhibit, which is probably smart. There you go for all the other information down below. And as far as interspecies enrichment, they don't have any. So they are going to be an animal that wants to live just by themselves. This exhibit is clearly very, very large for all of the Tasmanian devils, but really cool to see. Nonetheless, you guys are kind of occupying the same space, which is not something that you should be doing, but that's all right. There's our Tasmanian devil. Moving on to the Kiwi. And as you might be able to see, we do have some color morphs for these ones. We do have brown feathers, light brown feathers, and dark brown feathers, but we also have leucistic kiwis, as you can see by these white ones, and then also piebald, which this one is my favorite one that I have come across, with the white face and the little bit of white speckling across the body. It's absolutely adorable. This is a dark brown one, I do believe. Yeah, dark brown. You can see light brown there, and then brown, soft feathers. So those 3, but variation in the piebald. So you can see this one is piebald, and it still has different patterns than the one with the little bald face. You can see that one has a little bit more white on the face, but this one has a completely white face. So I really, really love the distinction between those guys, and just look at how cute they are. They're adorable. I love more bird species, obviously, so very excited to see these ones, but I think they're just well done and they're so cute. I was really interested to see that they can actually use the termite mound, so they walk up and they peck around the base of this to eat the little termites that are coming out of this item. They do use the disco ball as well, although I have not seen them play around with it. My plan after I record this video is to sit and watch and capture some of the animations and release them as, you know, shorts and things like I normally do. But yeah, they're so cute. They do eat off of the normal tray, I think it was. Oops, that's the wrong button. If we go to habitat and we go to Kiwi species, and it's North Island or Northern Island. So it actually technically starts with an N, even though it's Kiwi. Yeah, North Island brown kiwi is their official name. You can see all their enrichment here. And then as far as food goes, oh, they eat out of the bowl, the food bowl. Oh, if I can place it down, there we go. They do eat out of the food bowl, and it just fills with like little seeds and stuff like that, which is normal for that item. But yeah, look at them walk around. I mean, I could sit here and just watch them forever. Like, look at how incredibly cute they are. I love it. Love it so much. Let's take a look at their Zoopedia. Oh, that one is not... that one was not the most graceful. That was adorable. If you saw him kind of flop around there. I'm going to try to catch that a little bit better and release that in a separate video because that was really cute. Going to their Zoopedia page, we have some information here marked as vulnerable. Going to their natural habitat, we have that they live in New Zealand, of course. We knew that. New Zealand is very well known for their precious little bowling ball shaped bird. Moving on to species data, they do like to be in just pairs of 1 to 2. I obviously have way more in here just so I can show them all off. They are monogamous, so they're going to pick a mate and stick with them. Guests can walk through their habitat, and they are confident around guests, so hopefully not going to have some stress issues there. Oh, we are going to get a baby. That's exciting. That's what I was kind of waiting for. And then interspecies enrichment, they don't have any, so they aren't going to be living with anybody else. Let's see, who is gonna have a baby? Let me just speed this up here and we'll get our little baby. How cute. It looks pretty much exactly like mom, just miniature version. Are you gonna have two or just one? Okay, just one. Little baby kiwi bird. Aw, doing some preening, itching that leg. How adorable is that? Little scratch scratch with its feet. I love it. Oh, it's so little. It's so cute. There you go. There is our kiwi bird. One of my personal favorites of the pack. I mean, I honestly am up in the air whether the kiwi or the little blue penguin is my favorite from the pack. And I might have to give it to the kiwi. Oh, did you see that one fall down again? That animation is the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life.